A 4K Steelbook of David Fincher's Seven is now available to pre-order. Vinegar Syndrome announces their new Black Friday slate, including Congo on 4K. It looks like we're getting Ben Affleck's Reindeer Games on 4K from Kino Lorber. Galaxy Quest gets an official 4K and 4K Steelbook announcement from Paramount. It looks like December is about to be Festivus for the rest of us, as Seinfeld is announced on 4K and Blu-ray for the first time. And Cowabunga, looks like Kino himself just confirmed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on 4K coming sometime in 2025. All this and more in the latest physical media report. Stay tuned. Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken. Today, guys, we are here for the Physical Media Report, episode 237. That is right, guys, your weekly dose of physical media goodness, where we talk about everything new and exciting in the world of 4K and Blu-ray. And look, it's an exciting show, as it is every week. I've always got cool stuff to talk about with you guys, but we got some really, guys, like some monumentally exciting stuff to talk about in this week's episode. But before we get into it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and also leave me a comment down below of everything that we discuss on today's episode. What are you the most excited about? What are you the most amped up for? And what gets those juices flowing the most? Let me know in that comment section below. Okay, let's just get into it, guys. Let's start off with the rumors. People have been waiting for this one for a long time. Now, there's no official announcement. There's no like cover art or anything like that. We don't even know who's doing it at this point in time. But we have confirmation of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, okay? At least the one from 1990. Because Ernie Reyes Jr. actually posted on Facebook, who plays Kino in TMNT 2, which we'll get into that here in a second. But he said he did an interview for the 35th anniversary of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on 4K Blu-ray. So somebody is doing an interview with Ernie Reyes Jr. for the 35th anniversary of TMNT 2. Now, or not TMNT 2, but the first one, guys. I do want to make that clear. This states that the first one, he's doing an interview for the first one, now, which I do find interesting because he's not in the first one. He's in the second one. So what does that mean? Does that mean we're getting some kind of a box set of maybe the first three? I mean, I've said this before. I don't really want the third one on 4K. I don't even really need to see the third one ever again in my life. But the first one and the second one I absolutely need. So if it came in the box set with them, I'd still get it. So like, I'm just kind of very curious. This makes me curious about multiple things. First off, he says he's doing an interview for the first one on 4K. A lot of studio releases, if Warner Brothers was going to be the one to put this out, because this was New Line Cinema, so Warner Brothers would be the one that we would think would put this out on 4K. If they're the ones to do it, they're doing new features. That doesn't seem right, because they don't usually do that kind of stuff, guys, for catalog releases. So in my mind, I'm thinking Arrow Video. Like, Warner Brothers has been working with Arrow Video a lot lately. Could it be an Arrow Video release that's coming out sometime next year? But they don't usually, like, is that the title of it? Is it the 25th anniversary edition? Because the boutiques don't usually title it 25th anniversary edition. Usually you don't see that kind of stuff. You only see that on the studios. So there's a lot to this that I'm very curious about. Again, I'm very curious why he's hyping up the first one's anniversary, but he doesn't really talk about the second one. Why are they bringing in Ernie Reyes Jr. to talk about the first one? He wasn't in the first one, but he was in the second one. There's a lot of questions, but he posted on Facebook, we're supposed to be getting Turtles on 4K 2025. I still got a lot of questions, a lot of speculation here about where this is coming from. But I'll be happy to get it for sure. The first Turtles, like, we do have a nice umbrella edition of the first Turtles movie. It was like a Smell-O-Vision that came out, I think, in 2023. It is a very nice edition. I like the slipcover and everything. But we need that movie in 4K, and we absolutely 100% need Secret of the Ooze on 4K, because that movie, the first one's a better movie, but I think visually the second one would be awesome in 4K. They would both be awesome in 4K. And Turtles 3, Turtles in Time, whatever. I guess I'll watch it again. It's been forever, but I did not like watching that movie when I was a kid, and I don't think I would like watching it that much as an adult, but we'll see. Maybe I watch it again and I'm like, oh, this is really overlooked and underseen and underappreciated all these years. It's actually a really good movie. I doubt I'll feel that way. But anyway, guys, are you excited for Turtles? What questions do you have? Like, this is just kind of weird and strange. Just a lot about this kind of is like, what's going on here? Like, what do they got up their sleeve? Like, maybe Warner Brothers is producing new features. Like, maybe they're going to start doing that in 2025. I don't know, but there's a lot here that just seems kind of off, but it's exciting. It's exciting for sure. Let me know what you think about it in the comments section below. Let's talk about another Warner Bros. Announcement, guys. We've got Seven coming to 4K, guys. Finally, we have some actual artwork of a steelbook of Seven on 4K here, guys. Are you excited for this? This is coming out from Warner Brothers. There is no official a release date as of right now. It is available to pre-order on Groove. Now, it's only on Groove as of right now. As I'm filming the Physical Media Report, the 7 4K Steelbook is only available on the Groove website. Now, that could change by the time I put this Physical Media Report up, and if it does, I'll link Amazon or wherever else it's at, but you can get this right now on Groove for the price of $29.99. You see that, guys? That's how you price a Steelbook. You price it at $29.99. That's a good steelbook price. I will say when it comes to Seven, it kind of feels like it falls in the camp of A Nightmare on Elm Street, like a movie that's going to sell out like the Terminator as well. And both of those steelbooks sold out. Now, Nightmare on Elm Street is back in stock where it was on Amazon. It's been going in and out of stock, and I'm sure Terminator will come back as well at some point. But honestly, I don't love to push FOMO on the channel, but I do like to make you guys aware of what I think is going to happen with some of these steelbook and these boutique releases. Personally, I think that Seven could sell out. Maybe I don't even know if it's sold out by now. I haven't really looked, but it could sell out pretty soon. You may want to jump on it now. And what I will say is if it goes on Amazon, it'll probably be higher. It'll probably be like 35 to 40 bucks. So right now on Groove, I do recommend Groove. I've never had a problem with Groove. I know people have commented that they've had problems with Groove. Personally, I've never had a problem with Groove and their delivery of steelbooks. They've always come in really nice shape for me. So I think Groove's a great site to order from. So the 7 4K Steelbook, I'll link it down below. It is available, like I said, on Groove right now. Now, we do not have any slipcover versions, any digipack versions, because that's the version that was teased a little bit ago when Warner Bros. Put out that official announcement that they canceled the box sets. They said David Fincher had approved some kind of like digipack that was going to come out. Like he wanted to approve the packaging or something weird like that, like filmmakers approving packaging. I hadn't really heard of that before, but that's a statement that they put out a few months ago. Maybe this is what they were talking about. Very nice steelbook, though. I actually like this steelbook a lot. It's an iconic moment of the film, right there. The shot on the front. It's very cool. It's very cool for sure. It's simple. I like the simple text to the font of the title right there. You got Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt. But I think this is a nice steelbook. I think it might be one of the better Warner Bros. Steelbooks that I've seen for quite some time. I do want to call out though. I'm trying to see. This does say on this picture that there's a 4K and a digital code in this. It doesn't indicate a Blu-ray. But when you look at this one, does anybody else notice this? It says 4K, it says Blu-ray, and it says digital code. And I don't know what that's all about. It seems to be different. There's also something, a limited edition Steelbook is on the side as well. So I don't know exactly what all that's about because both these images were pulled off the Groove website, but they are different images as far as the banner is concerned up at the top. So I don't know if it's going to have the Blu-ray and the 4K in it. I hope it does. Warner Bros. They usually put out just the 4K, which I get. Like if it's a slipcover version, yeah, sure, go ahead and charge. If it keeps the price low, $23, $24, which is usually what a new Warner Bros. 4K is, then I'm fine with just getting the 4K. I've got the Blu-ray anyway. But if you're going to do a Steelbook and you're going to charge 30, 35 bucks, maybe throw the Blu-ray in there as well. So hopefully this does have the Blu-ray, but what do you guys think? We actually got seven, like it's official, guys. Another David Fincher film on 4K. The movie's going to look spectacular on 4K. I love the movie. I can't wait to see it on 4K as I can, the other David Fincher movies coming to 4K like Fight Club and Zodiac. I haven't even got my copy of Zodiac in. It's supposed to be coming in from Amazon sometime shortly. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think about 7 coming to 4K. What do you think of this Steelbook? Like I said, there'll be more options. I'm sure there might possibly be a UK edition at some point. I don't know, based on like them canceling the box set and David Fincher coming out and saying he wanted to approve like a digipack set edition. Is that going to be the UK edition? Is it going to be like a little booklet set like Nightmare on Elm Street? Are we going to get a slipcover version in the States? There's a lot of questions, as there was with the TMNT release. There's a lot of questions here still, but We do have confirmation, a Steelbook. If you want 7 on 4K, if you want to reserve your Steelbook copy, you can right now on groove.com. Let's get into Galaxy Quest. Officially coming to 4K, guys, from Paramount December the 3rd. There is a standard edition and there is a Steelbook edition right here. So yeah, this is a really nice Steelbook. You know, you got that. I really like that artwork on the back right there. That's some pretty nice artwork on the back, but you got the aliens on the inside as well. So yeah, really nice looking Steelbook. I watched Galaxy Quest actually for the first time this year. I talked about it in one of my Blu-ray backlog updates, but I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. It is a movie that is going to look fantastic on 4K. Like, you can't really deny that. Like, the scenery and the set design and stuff, I think will look really great on 4K. It is a great cast: Sigourney Weaver, Tim Allen, Alan Rickman, fantastic cast. Tony Shalhoub's in the movie as well. So I know there's a lot of like big fans of the movie. It was just one of those like big movies that I should have saw because I was such a Tim Allen fan when I was a kid. I felt like I saw all his movies except for Galaxy Quest. But I'm glad I finally saw it. And then, yeah, I just watched it. So I don't know if I'm like super excited to watch it again in 4K. But I will definitely probably get the 4K just so I can check it out again at some point down the road in a better quality. All right, let's get into some more Paramount announcements. We've got Chinatown getting a regular standard edition 4K re-release from Paramount on January the 14th. So this is a cheaper version than the Paramount Presents release that came out earlier this year. I think the Paramount Presents release is back in stock. I think I heard it came back in stock, but it could have went out of stock again right now. I think the big difference here, this will probably have the new special features that were on the Paramount Presents release, but I do not think this is going to have the 2 Jakes in it. I could be wrong, but I don't think that this standard edition of Chinatown is going to have the 2 Jakes in it. It's available to pre-order for $24.99 right now on Amazon, but it's good that they're giving this a regular slipcover edition. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't thinking about double dipping, for one, because I love the movie, and also because the original poster for Chinatown is just freaking iconic and awesome. And it would be really cool to just have like a slipcover version of that in the collection. But I'm trying to, that's the package collector in me, guys, coming out. When I start to think like that, I'm really trying to tone down my double dipping, unless it's a movie that just really means a lot to me, like Twister, which I just double dip for. But I'm really trying to pick like which one I want of all the ones that are coming out and just stick to that. I'm trying. I feel like sometimes I do a bad job of that, but I'm trying to get better at that. So yeah, the Chinatown 4K though, guys, if you didn't get the 4K from Paramount Presents and you don't care about the 2 Jakes, this might be a cheaper, more affordable option for you. We've also got, oh, did I mention the date, guys? Because that comes out, hold on, that comes out January the 14th, as also does Once Upon a Time in the West, getting a 4K re-release. It's got a Paramount Presents release back in May. I actually reviewed it on the channel, as I did Chinatown, but this is coming out from Paramount on January the 14th. Standard edition 4K, $24.99 currently to pre-order on Amazon. I think you can still get the Paramount Presents release of this one. I'm sure this one's going to have the same features though as well. But again, the more classic like poster art of the movie, it looks good. Like I like the way this looks. I love this movie. I'm sure I'm not going to double dip for this as I won't Chinatown, but it is a cool addition to add to the collection. Just a standard edition that is a little bit more cheap and affordable for sure. We've also, and guys, I would highly recommend that you listen to the, I can't remember exactly like what it's called. It's the Kino Lorber podcast they do on the Kino Lorber channel, but you got the Frank Tarzi, who's kind of the head of acquisitions and stuff over there at Kino Lorber. And he had Bill Lustig on, who's the head of Blue Underground this week. And they were just kind of talking back and forth, kind of talking about releases that were coming out for them in the future. But every single time they do a podcast, they drop some announcements of some stuff that they're going to put out. And Frank Tarzi actually announced Ray will be coming to 4K. Jamie Foxx's Ray will be coming to 4K at some point down the road from Kino Lorber. So very cool. I saw Ray back in the day, but it's been a long time. It was a really good movie though. But Bill Lustig, I didn't pull images for this, but he announced that they could potentially, they're still looking for all of the original elements, but they could be working on Inferno and Stage Fright very soon. So those are a couple announcements from him right there. But I do highly recommend, I cannot remember the name of the damn show, but it's on the Kino Lorber channel, and it comes on, I think, once a month. I think they've done like 4 or 5 episodes, but it's a really informative, like inside the business kind of talk about stuff and how to run a boutique label pretty much. But it's some really informative stuff for sure. So I do highly recommend that you check out that podcast every single month on the Kino Lorber channel. Next up, guys, look at this. We've got Seinfeld. Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to go too far with that. We got Seinfeld coming to 4K, guys. Look, this is pretty exciting for a couple of reasons. For one, it's coming to 4K. This comes out from Warner Bros. December the 17th on Blu-ray and 4K, both for the first time. So this is not just a first time to 4K like Friends was. Like we just got Friends. Seinfeld never had a Blu-ray, which I think is crazy that Seinfeld has never got a Blu-ray. Look at this. This is the 4K set right here, and then the Blu-ray set as well. And like I said, first time on Blu-ray. Like to me, like I always just assumed Seinfeld had a Blu-ray. I never really paid attention. But it didn't have a Blu-ray, which is crazy because that's such a popular show. Like that is up there, like with Friends to me. Like to me, it's neck and neck. And to the point where when Friends was announced for 4K, I'm like, we got to be getting Seinfeld like right around the corner. Like that's just such an insanely popular show. And I'm sure at some point, even though I really don't think it needs a 4K, I think we'll probably get The Office on 4K probably at some point based on how these TV shows sell. Obviously, I'm sure that they'll look at the sales for these shows. But, you know, Seinfeld is a show that's, I talk about this often, I feel like, at least on live streams. But back in the day, back in the 2000s, I collected movies for sure, but that was not the hot ticket item for me. I was buying TV shows. I was buying tons of TV shows. I was getting excited for TV shows. I remember I was buying Seinfeld. Every time they released a season on DVD, I bought it. I bought Roseanne. I bought King of Queens. Everybody Loves Raymond. Like I was into all the shows and I would buy it because these were all shows I watched all the time as a kid. So I thought it was super cool because this is before streaming. Before you had streaming, you did not have the option to skip around and watch the episodes you wanted to watch or watch them in chronological order. You had to watch them in whatever way that they aired on TV, which could be all over the place at times. So when you could finally get like the first season of Seinfeld, the first season of Roseanne, and watch it from beginning to end, like that was just super cool to me. And I loved it. And so I bought all the TV shows, Married with Children, of the shows that I watched when I was a kid. And I ate that up for sure. So Seinfeld, I remember being like one of the first shows, like this was like 2003, 2004, that I collected for. So now I don't have any of my DVD shows anymore because I sold them all years ago. Stupidly. I wish I still had them, but I do need Seinfeld back in the collection because it is one of my all-time favorite shows. Like who doesn't love Seinfeld? It's the show about nothing, but it's so freaking funny. So many humorous, lines and moments and iconic spots, and it's just a great show. But Seinfeld on 4K, guys, I don't know if I need it on 4K to be completely honest. I feel like I maybe do need it on 4K. I at least need it on Blu-ray. I at least need it in the collection. I don't know if I'll get it right away because right now it's $250 priced on Amazon. I'll link all this stuff down below. That's pricey. That's pricey for a show. So I may wait till it drops down a little bit to pick this up for sure. But yeah, are you guys excited for Seinfeld? Do you collect TV shows? Me personally, like I said, in the early 2000s, I was all about it. Now, not so much because most of this stuff is on streaming and I just don't worry about it like I do movies, which is kind of stupid because they could rip this stuff off of streaming the same as they can movies. But for some reason in my mind, I'm like, TV, that'll be on streaming. It's okay. But let me know if you're the same. You don't focus on TV shows as much as you used to. Plus the price tag is just, it's so high to get a TV show, sometimes, especially $250. But I think the Blu-ray is $150. Like these prices are going to go down, I'm sure. Like right after it comes out, like it'll probably drop off in like, a couple of months at least. So you could probably hang tight on ordering those for sure. All right, let's talk about the next one. We talked about Kill Bill last week, but Kill Bill Volume 1 is coming to 4K. Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2, sorry guys, coming to 4K from Lionsgate January the 17th. So they have I don't know if this is official yet because it's not officially announced. This is not the official cover art either. But they will be coming out on January the 17th, according to Blu-ray.com. That is what they're listed at right now. So I said last week that I really thought they'd be coming out towards the end of the year. and maybe they still could, because if this is not the official release date, maybe they could change things up. But it's looking like January. And January, like that month is going to be like off the chain. It's going to be freaking awesome, because especially for Tarantino movies, you got the Kill Bill movies, you got Jackie Brown, and you got Inglourious Bastards all coming to 4K in January. And there's other like great stuff that's been rumored and potentially coming in January as well. So January could be like a huge month for physical media, which I'm all about that for sure, because January is usually a more kind of quiet month for physical media, it feels like. But Kill Bill 1 and 2 4Ks, they're listed on Blu-ray.com to come out on January the 17th, but Lionsgate has not put out an official announcement. I'm sure we're going to get steelbooks for these as well. It'd be stupid if they didn't do steelbooks. I would be very surprised if Lionsgate didn't do steelbooks, but let me know if you're excited for Kill Bill. Like I said, I talked about this last week. I'm certainly excited for it. Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys. So we've got some Vinegar Syndrome November announcements to talk about. So these are the Flash pre-order announcements. They announced, I think, six titles, and there's still 2 more to go. And there's like 20 partner labels that were also announced. I didn't go over all those because I made a video about this last week. If you want to see me like dive more deep into these, go check out that video. I'm just going to kind of cover them briefly here, but I didn't talk about the 20 partner labels. So definitely get on Vinegar Syndrome, check out all the different partner labels. There's some interesting stuff there for sure. But the biggest thing for me, guys, is Congo is coming to 4K. And these are Black Friday announcements, so they'll probably be shipped towards the beginning of December. So if you order this now, or you can't order it now, you got to wait till Black Friday weekend by the time I put this up. That's why I put the video out over the weekend to let you guys know. If you want to pre-order it early, you got to do it last weekend. Now you can't do it. You got to wait till Black Friday. Vinegar Syndrome rules are very hard to follow, very hard to understand and interpret sometimes. Like, they're just all over the place. It takes a while. Like, you really have to immerse yourself in the Vinegar Syndrome world to understand all the rules that go into buying from them. But Congo will be coming back. It'll come back the weekend of Black Friday to order, as will 2 mystery titles they haven't announced yet. But I love Congo, guys. I feel like people are kind of divided on the movie. It's like half of the people in my comment section were like, hell yeah, Congo, I can't wait for the 4K. And the other half were like, who needs that crap on 4K? So it is what it is. I love Congo. I've always loved Congo. And I think the movie, because it's set in the jungle, it's going to look beautiful on 4K. It's got a new documentary. It's a nice VSU, beautiful collector's edition packaging. How can you beat it, guys? For me, like, this is one of the more exciting releases of the year, for sure. Like, I'm so excited, guys. This is like, I'm going to be reliving my childhood in December, because it's going to be Congo on 4K. Demolition Man on 4K. You got Silent Night, Deadly Night on 4K, The Faculty on 4K. Like, it's a great month. No Country for Old Men's coming to 4K. Like, December is going to be a freaking awesome month for physical media. I'm very excited. This is the back of Congo. Look at this, guys. You got the freaking gray apes with the freaking diamond lasers. Freaking cool as shit. We also got Looking for Mr. Goodbar. A lot of people are excited for this one. Apparently, like, I think somebody told me this is an upgrade from like VHS. Like, it never got a DVD or Blu-ray, which is really awesome. I think it's also based on a novel as well. It's got Diane Keaton in it. So this is one that I will probably go ahead and pre-order the Black Friday weekend. I'll go ahead and put my pre-order then with the other titles they announced, because I do want this in the collection. But a really good, release, really cool release that a lot of people seem to be excited for. It's a new native 4K HDR Dolby Vision. There's 3 new features on here, including a making of documentary as well. We've got Blood Tracks coming out, which looks like a skiing vampire monster movie. That's perfectly in line with the Vinegar Syndrome usual. We also got Black Eyed Susan coming out. That's a VSP release. We got Cannibal, the musical, which is written and directed by Trey Parker. This is something that Trey Parker put out, and I think Matt Stone was in the movie. I don't know if he was involved in the production of it, but this was before South Park. So this is like 1993, 1994, predates South Park. I haven't seen Cannibal the musical, but that's cool that it got a release on Blu-ray. So very cool. And we got the Ron Sullivan, the early years collection, which is like a collection of what looks to be more adult themed films. I'll just say that. The Substance is coming to 4K, guys. The Substance, which is a new film starring Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley and Dennis Quaid. This is getting a 4K from Mubi, and it doesn't have an official release date yet, but it's speculated that it's going to come out before the end of 2024. So look, I haven't bought a lot from Mubi, but I will say that I am hoping, not to say that this is going to be a bad edition. I'm sure they'll put new special features on it, but I'm hoping, since it's directed by the same director as Revenge, which was a spectacular film, that it might get a second sight release at some point. So I might hold out to pick it up physically, because I just watched The Substance over the weekend. It's actually on the Mubi streaming service. Sorry, guys. And I'll give you a little bit of a tip. If you get on Amazon Prime and you sign up for the Mubi streaming service for 7 days, you can get a free trial and then cancel. But you can watch The Substance if you sign up for that free trial. Just make sure that you cancel after. But you can watch The Substance. That's what my wife and I did over the weekend. We are going to review it on our channel. But the only thing I can say is, holy shit, that movie is so bonkers and out there. It's insane. Good movie, though. I enjoyed it a lot. But it is wild. I can't even believe that they made a movie like that in 2024. It is so out there, but I did like it. I enjoyed it a lot. It's very good. Demi Moore is fantastic in it, but I don't know if I'm going to get this movie edition. I might wait for something a little bit more substantial somewhere down the line. We'll just say that. We got the Godzilla Vs Kong 4K Steelbook Walmart edition coming out on December the 3rd. Did anybody ask for another Godzilla Vs Kong? This is the new Empire, by the way. Steelbook. I don't know if they did, but you know what? Walmart doesn't care. They just re-release more Steelbooks of the same movies. That's what they do. And this will probably not show up in anybody's Walmart, because that's the way it is with Walmart. They replace their Steelbook section with DVD Halloween covers. But we got the Alfred Hitchcock Presents collection. This is coming out from Viavision. This is coming out on Blu-ray. This is 1985 through 1989 series. This is coming out from Viavision, like I said, December the 4th. I don't know too much about the Alfred Hitchcock Presents series, but this is the 80s version. Wasn't there an earlier version? Wasn't there like a version back in the 50s and the 60s? Or is this the only Alfred Hitchcock Presents that there is? Let me know in the comment section below, because I don't know too much about it. But this is for the 80s Alfred Hitchcock Presents series coming to Blu-ray, which is definitely pretty cool. More TV coming to Blu-ray, never a bad thing. And lastly, guys, we have Reindeer Games. Kino Lorber just announced this today as I am filming this video. They announced it like right before. Reindeer Games is coming to 4K from Kino Lorber at some point. Date to be announced. So, yeah, guys, Ben Affleck, Charlize Theron. It's a Christmas movie, so it might come out in Christmas of 2025. Are you excited for Reindeer Games? I've never seen it. I've only heard it like be made fun of in like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and I feel like a few other movies as well they made fun of it. So let me know if you're excited for Reindeer Games in the comment section below. Let's get into the deals, guys. We have the Criterion 50% off Barnes & Noble sale going on until the end of November. This actually started on Friday, November the 1st. So I anticipate it'll probably end towards the end of November, probably Thanksgiving weekend. Or maybe a little bit after that. But yeah, Barnes & Noble, they're bi-yearly, because this happens twice a year. It happens in July and it happens in November. Their Criterion sale is here, and this is what we've all been waiting for. This, look, nobody buys Criterion new anymore. They just don't. We wait for the sales. That's what we do. We wait for these sales so we can actually get Criterion at a decent price, at a price that maybe they should already be at, which is like $25-$30. But Criterion, yeah, this is, everybody gets excited about the Criterion sales. I'll definitely grab a few titles, you know, a few of the newer titles like Godzilla and what else is coming out this? I Need Peeping Tom. There's some good ones to pick up for sure. So yeah, definitely check out Barnes & Noble. Or let's get into the other deals, guys. If you don't want to check out the Barnes & Noble website, which, look, guys, people get really funny about this. At the end of the day, like, support Barnes & Noble. They're the ones that's putting the sale on. Like, if you have a local Barnes & Noble, and it's fun to go in the store and actually shop and get to look around the Criterion section if your Barnes & Noble has one. But like, if you don't want to order from the Barnes & Noble website, these are available on Amazon right now. Amazon is price matching tons of these, and sometimes every now and then they'll have a coupon attached to these. And they'll be a little bit cheaper than they are on the Barnes & Noble website. Plus, if you have Amazon Prime, you get free shipping. So there are a few benefits if you want to save as much as you possibly can. to get these on Amazon versus barnesandnoble.com. But again, I recommend that you do maybe go shop in the Barnes & Noble store, pick up some of these titles because it is fun to actually shop in person for these. But if you want to get on Amazon, they're available. This Criterion set is on here for $400. If you want to get this 40 Criterion film set for $400, you can, which, you know, to be honest, like if you don't have any of these movies, like $10 for a Blu-ray, a Criterion Blu-ray, not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all. So I'd say that might be worth it at that price. Deadpool and Wolverine, guys, that is down to $47.99. See what Disney does? They jack their prices up to freaking $65 for a Steelbook. Then they lower it to $18 or $17 to $47.99. And they say, oh, you're getting a great deal. Now it's $48. Don't fall for that bullshit, guys. But look, it's back in stock, it seems. It's not out of stock anymore. So maybe you want to pick this up. $47.99. It's not a completely ridiculous price, like $65. But you can also get the Godzilla Kong set. This is the 5-film set for $70. That's a really nice looking set too for $70 that's there right now. And I'll link all this stuff down below, guys. So if you want to check out my links, it definitely helps support the channel. And I would appreciate it. The totally effed up Doom Generation trilogy is $49.98. So that's the 4K right there, which is a good price because that was like $80. Miami Vice, if you want to get the entire series of Miami Vice, it's $34.55, which is a good price for an entire series of television. Seven Samurais on here on 4K for $30. You got The Shape of Water on here. I think this is the pre-order for $24.98. And these are the titles that come out this month, actually. So they're already available to pre-order on Amazon for $25. We got Godzilla on here for $25. We got Possessor on 4K for $12.99. Look, if you don't want to get the second sight version of Possessor, which I do recommend the second sight version, but I will say that the Well-Go 4K looks really good as well. And I love Possessor. So $12.99 for that on 4K is a really good price. Repo Man, that's another Criterion. That's $25. Scarface is $25. The Venom, The Last Dance Steelbook, we talked about that last week, $65. That's down to $48.49. What a deal. What a freaking deal. Almost $50 for Venom, The Last Dance, 4K Steelbook. I'm being sarcastic, guys. Can you tell? Paper Moon, $25. The Seventh Victim, I Walked with a Zombie. That was $50. Now it's $30 to get that. I believe those are 4Ks as well. Happiness, which is the 4K of that. A lot of people talked a lot of good things about Happiness. I need to get that at some point. That's $25. Magnum PI on Blu-ray is $51.77. Funny Girl, $25. Gummo, which came out in October, is $25. So they're price matching a lot of this stuff, guys. Blue Velvet on 4K, $25. Risky Business on 4K, $25. All of Us Strangers on 4K is $25. Death Becomes Her. Now, this pisses me off. I just bought the damn 4K for $33, and now on Amazon it's $6 less at $27. So what the hell? This is why you don't buy freaking week of, I guess. Wait 2 weeks, see if it drops in price, for goodness sakes. Freaking Amazon. The Last Emperor on 4K is $30. The Fear and Loathing on Las Vegas on 4K is $25. Yeah, so all kinds of Criterion stuff. I'll kind of scroll down. Peeping Tom is on here. I need to get that for $25. Bound. I recommend Bound, guys. That was a good movie. I watched that earlier this year on 4K. That's $25. So yeah, all the Billy the Kid is $35. So that was a beefier, kind of chunkier edition. That was 4 discs as well. Multiple cuts, but a really good movie. I enjoyed that a lot. $35. So yeah, get on Barnes & Noble website, get on Amazon, check out my links below. However you want to get these, it's whatever. Look at this, guys. I got to call this out. The Mandalorian 3rd season 4K, and I think all the new seasons of the Star Wars and Marvel shows that we announced last week, $75.99 to pre-order those. $75.99 to pre-order the new Marvel and Star Wars TV show Steelbooks. I don't know what to say anymore. And in a couple of weeks, they'll go down to like 65. And everybody be like, oh my God, look at this. It's such a deal. I can't wait to own these Marvel and Star Wars shows on physical media. And there's some people out there, guys, because I've gotten this comment recently. Ken, quit bitching about the prices. This is why we don't get nice things from Disney, because you bitch about it. Really? You really think that Disney's watching my damn channel and holds any stock in what I say about their prices? First off, I don't care if they did. I'm going to say whatever the hell I want to on this channel. It's my channel. If I have if I have a problem with it, if I think it's bullshit, I'm going to call it out. But second, it's like, who wants to pay this? Like, yeah, it's cool they're putting it out, I guess, but it's like, don't charge us like $76 to get your 8 episodes. That's really like what, 3 or 4 hours? Like, it's almost like, just a long movie when you put them all together. The episodes aren't very long. There's only 8 or 9 of them. It's not like it's like freaking 25 episodes or something. I don't know. I just think it's crap. I just think it's crap. Like I said, it'll go down probably to like 60, $65, but like they were when they came out initially, they were like what, 49? I think like 39 or 40 for the Blu-ray, and then it was like 50 for the 4K. It's like it's just getting ridiculous with Disney. They're just upcharging this stuff so incredibly much. Like, say what you want about the other studios, they're not doing that. They're not doing that. Not a lot of them are doing that. Like maybe Sony is a little bit, but Warner Bros. And Paramount still keep things at a pretty fair price, at least in my opinion. So there you have it, guys. That's another Disney rant. I know you guys love to hear it on this channel. Let's get into what is new this week. We got some good stuff coming out this week. November's coming out swinging. They are coming out swinging. We've got freaking White Christmas coming to 4K from Paramount. And listen to this price, guys. $24.34. Perfectly affordable 4K release, and it's going to look beautiful. And I love White Christmas. I highly recommend this. It's got a 4K and it's got a Blu-ray and it's got a digital code. So like, so worth it, and I think it's got 2 variations on the cover art as well. I think that's the interior artwork, and I think the slipcover is actually a different artwork. But I can't wait to get White Christmas. I freaking love White Christmas. It's going to look so beautiful on 4K. We've also got Godzilla coming to 4K from the Criterion Collection. And like I said, it is available for $24.99 currently. We Were Soldiers is coming out from Paramount as well. This one's a little bit more pricey, but not too bad. This is We Were Soldiers on 4K coming out from Paramount. $28.99 for this, but it does have a Blu-ray and it does have a 4K and it has a digital code. We've also got Trap coming out from Warner Brothers this week. This is coming out on 4K for $26.99. Not a bad price. And Blu-ray for $21.59. So there you have it. We've also got the 4:30 movie getting a really nice looking Steelbook. I like this Steelbook, but I don't feel like I should get it. It is a Kevin Smith movie, which is always kind of a gamble. So I don't know if this movie is going to be great. That is a really cool Steelbook though. And I do want to see it, but I feel like maybe I should watch the movie before I jump into a $35 Steelbook. So it's $34.99 coming up from Lionsgate. The Blu-ray is also $20.93. And as of right now, because this is the Blu-ray right here, I'm not seeing a just regular 4K for this. I'm only seeing a 4K Steelbook and I'm seeing a regular Blu-ray. So there might not be a just regular 4K for the 4:30 movie. We've also got Blink Twice coming out from Warner Brothers. And this is going to be $21.59 for the Blu-ray of Blink Twice, which is, again, not a bad price. We've also got Rules of Engagement coming out this week on 4K from Kino Lorber on November the 5th for $19.99. Of course, November the 5th, guys. It is that's what this week is. We've also got Wizard of Oz getting an 85th anniversary 4K edition, which is really nice looking. Look at this thing, guys. A really nice looking Steelbook collector set right here. My only problem is the price, because this is going from Warner Brothers for $68.26. A little bit too pricey, but it is kind of close to, because I think it's kind of going for the same quality as like the Nightmare on Elm Street UK edition. And also, what else got a UK edition? Didn't Terminator get a UK edition? Twister, and both of those were $60. So this is close to that price point. So I guess, it's okay, but it's still just like for what you're getting right here, what it looks like. I don't know. That just doesn't seems a little bit too high. So there you go. I'll complain about Warner Brothers just a little bit, but at least they're giving you stuff. Like, it's not like Disney. It's just like, here's a Steelbook, pay freaking $80, bitches. At least with this, it's a Steelbook instead of a box set. It's got cards. It's got little booklets. It's got stuff. It's got stuff to make you feel like you got your money's worth a little bit more. We've also got Escape from New York 4K Steelbook from Screen Factory on November the 5th. coming out for $35.99. $35.99 for that Steelbook right there. I heard some people complaining about this Steelbook, and I actually like this one. I like the design on this Steelbook a lot. I'm not going to get it. I'm going to restrain because I do have the Escape from New York 4K from Screen Factory. It's a great 4K. Maybe I'll get it if it remains in stock, goes down in price a little bit. Maybe I'll grab it, but I do love the movie a lot. So I don't know. It's a nice Steelbook though, I think. We also got the Krampus Steelbook. This is also coming out from Screen Factory for $35.99 as well. So the same price for that. We got Strange Darling coming out this week on Blu-ray from Magenta Light Studios for $29.99. We also got Last Christmas coming out on 4K from Universal. Who asked for this for $27.98? You know how I felt about White Christmas? I feel the complete opposite about Last Christmas. Not a great song, but not a great movie. We also got The Crow, one of the most anticipated 4K Blu-ray releases of 2024. Oh, we're not talking about the original. No, we're talking about the remake. I'm sorry. One of the most not anticipated releases of 2024 is The Crow 2024, starring Bill Skarsgård. This is getting a 4K from Lionsgate for $30.09. Also a Blu-ray for $22.96. Same looking edition. We also got a 4K Amazon exclusive for $34.99 and a 4K Walmart exclusive, and that is $29.96. So some nice Steelbooks for sure. Some nice Steelbooks. Maybe I'll get that and check that out. I don't know. We also got It Ends With Us, getting a Blu-ray from Sony for $24.99. We've got I Love Lucy. Speaking of television, we got more television to talk about. Is coming out, the complete Blu-ray series from Paramount for $88.99. We're also getting Fright coming out on 4K from Kino Lorber for $27.99. And we're getting the John Wick. We're getting more John Wick on physical media, guys. Oh my God. We didn't have enough of that, did we? We did not. This is the John Wick is getting a 4K Titans of Cult Steelbook coming out from Lionsgate for $59.99. So there you have. Oh no, maybe you don't have it yet. I got more stuff to talk about. Let me bring this back up and let me switch this. Just want to make sure I cover everything. South Park is getting a not suitable for children Blu-ray release. I don't know what that means. Bluey's getting some releases this week. 1982, The Greatest Geek Year Ever, which I think I showed off in a video recently. That's coming out for $25.98 from MBD Visual. And we've also got Afraid coming out this week. I actually didn't even know this was coming out this week. This is a Blumhouse movie, I believe, coming out from Sony Pictures for $31.77. Are you kidding? $31.77. See what I'm talking about? Sony and Disney. That's why they're in cahoots together, guys, because they're like, how can we charge the most and bleed the collectors dry? I'm just going crazy today on the Fiscal Media Report. But anyway, Sony Afraid Blu-ray, $31.77. I heard horrible things about this movie. I wouldn't recommend paying $32 for it. But what do I know? I pay $40 for crappy 70s, 80s horror schlock with nice packaging from Vinegar Syndrome. But at least it has a slip cover, you know? All right, so Afraid, 1982. We got some other stuff. Doctor Who's getting another release, 1992. You Gotta Believe on 4K. What the hell is that? Luke Wilson's in that? I think that's all the big ones, guys. You got some Dragon Ball Z collections. So You Gotta Believe's on Blu-ray. Yeah, some good stuff, though, coming out this week. This is a big week. The Proud and Profane from Kino Lorber. The Court Martial of Billy Mitchell. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a big week. I said reek. It's a big week for physical media. Get excited. Like I said, I'll have all this stuff linked down below, guys. I'll have all the pre-orders for this week. I'll have all the pre-orders of the new stuff that I talked about as well. And I'll have all the deals, the Criterion deals, all that stuff will be linked down below. Use those links, guys. If you want to support the channel, use the links. I would appreciate it. It helps me, okay? And I thank you all for watching. That helped me too. You guys watching today, your support, it means a lot to me. It helps me. It helps keep my head in the game. I'll be honest with you guys. I didn't plan on getting personal with the Physical Media Report today, but I'm going through it right now. I'm working every single day. It's rough. It's hard to keep this stuff up. It really is hard to keep this stuff up. So the fact that you support me, you still watch, I appreciate it so much, and it drives me to continue. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on bell notifications for all future videos, and we will see you next time.